This is my twin-motored, modified, beat-up Flight Test Explorer. I've just added R9 to it. Let's take it for a fly, shall we? So here we are at the flying field.
All right, we're going to get the
trying to announce myself. We are going to re-maiden as it is, because this plane has actually had many flights, but we've just put R9 on it, and we'll show some specifications of the plane. I don't think I've actually featured this plane at all on my channel before. I used to call it a beast, but it isn't really that big or heavy, but heavier than most planes that size, I suppose, and inefficient, I think. Many of my planes are inefficient, unfortunately. So we'll do a little tour of it, I guess, with a slideshow in a minute, but here we're just at the flying field, messing around, trying to get ready to fly this plane, and I do a bunch of things. I'm trying to get all the cameras ready. Here we go at the slideshow, and that is the motor mount, and this is the mess that is the flight controller and all the cables. I don't take the wing off. This also is the old wing. That is the wing mount, and also shows the 3D printed motor mount there. So these are pieces I've designed. There's the tail mount, and that is also very heavy, but there's where the carbon fiber boom first interfaces with the foam board fuselage, also showing the GPS. There's the rear camera, tail mounted, also a 3D printed custom mount that I designed. That shows the whole tail there. There's where the detail of the tail servos, and you can also see that the tail gets damaged a lot on landing. There's some more reinforcement showing after I bent up the tail. There is another detail of the tail with all that tape on there to hold it together. This is the front mounted FPV camera. That's a Runcam Eagle 2 Pro. Very nice camera, I think. Again, another 3D printed custom mount. And the VTX is held vertically for best cooling and signal strength. The VTX is kind of crappy. So this is the part I just added. That's the R9mm that Andy gave me. Thanks, Andy. And it goes to an antenna mount, and there that is on the carbon fiber boom. That I just did in a live stream a couple days ago. And there's the motor detail. Those are the old DYS motors, and there is how they mount to the wing with some M3 bolts. That kind of shows the wing mount. I use the M4 bolts to bolt the wing to the 3D printed part. And there is the whole ugly duckling plane and its beauty. So it's a modified Flight Test Explorer design. The wing and the tail feathers are all Flight Test Explorer. The length is about the length of a Flight Test Explorer. There I am, still messing around in real time. That's how long this video's been going in the background. Finally, I'm getting the battery plugged in. I plug in the battery first, then the VTX, then the camera, because the cables are too short to plug the VTX and the camera in first. They plug in because they're on the part that gets removed, the front sleeve. If you've ever flown or built a flight test Explorer, you know that one of the weakest links is the tail boom. That foam board tail boom is basically worthless. So once I found a video showing two carbon fiber booms mounted on the wings, making the Flight Test Explorer a VTOL plane. So I bought these two 20 millimeter by 20 millimeter square booms. And I never built the VTOL plane, but I ended up using one of the booms for a tail on this plane here. And I think it's worked out pretty well. This is one of my favorite planes to fly. And one of the biggest problems with it was that the range was always very low. I had the antenna mounted, it was an XSR receiver, and the little dual antennas were just taped to the side of the fuselage, probably on one side blocked by the flight controller and all that mess of wires. So we're about to finally, I think, 6 minutes in, here we go, get some sound. So we'll hear what I have to say while we're flying. The winds are picking up as we go throughout the afternoon. And so even though when I got to the flying field, it wasn't very windy, by the time I got everything out and situated, you can see I have a bunch of stuff there. All right, let's watch the launch. Oh, I think I forgot something. I want to point the phone. There we go. I want to catch the launch.
Okay.
So these are the auto launch settings, and it's automatically set to auto launch. Let's watch.
Yay!
All right.
Off it goes. Lots of noise on the video feed.
Yeah, the video feed noise is terrible, and it's higher at higher throttle, and
Do I have RSSI on here?
I need to probably
Yeah,
reroute
put it
some
on
wires. And
So.
like I mentioned, I think in this video, I'm going to make another one of these, and I'm going to redo the way the FPV is.
Right.
Yeah, that's the way it should look. We're also testing out the right motor, new motor mount.
Ah,
The other one melted.
that's right.
5 minutes.
Okay, let's try some rolling.
Pretty high roll rate on this sucker.
I don't have to worry about which way I go.
I forgot to put the
Telemetry.
RSSI on
I mean,
the
good
OSD.
RSSI. Should be able to go out to the river. Let's go out to the river in cruise mode.
Cruise mode. Altitude hold active.
What exactly does cruise mode do? Is it putting the
It's-
throttle on?
Auto throttle,
Yep.
altitude hold, heading hold.
Okay.
But when you move, right now I'm turning the stick to the right,
Yep.
and it'll turn to the right. And there's a setting in there to limit the bank angle,
Okay.
but I'm not, you can also just not put the stick too far too.
Right.
So you don't need to use the rudder when you're in cruise mode, you just use the ailerons to turn, and the
Nice.
plane is supposed to make a coordinated turn.
Oh, well, it seems like you had cruise mode set and working on the Optera.
Yeah, cruise mode should work there too. Okay, let's put it back into air mode. Let's see, that's the switch.
Altitude hold on.
Now we turn
Acro
it
mode,
on.
not air mode.
So we went out to the river. We'll go out this way to the edge of this farm go over the uncut fields. But we'll go like to the corner out here.
3 minutes.
This is like the farthest I've ever gone.
120
Okay, let's
meters.
turn.
I've turned on the iNav telemetry Lewis scripts, so everything's
Okay.
warning me.
I turned on all the telemetry now, so everything's going to warn me. I didn't have all those problems before. There. Stop beeping. Thank you. Alright, here we come for a low pass. 60 miles an hour. Almost 55. Does it sound okay?
Sounds good.
No crazy vibrations or anything?
No, it actually sounded like the props are a little cleaner.
Yeah, probably with one motor not pointing down 10 degrees. Or 5 degrees.
It's slow melting sag.
Yeah, well, obviously I'm heating the motors up. These old DYS motors that I have a bunch of they heat up on that arrow too. Alright, 358.
120 meters.
Yes, so we're going to go out to the river bend again and then glide home and land. Oh, we have the throttle way high. That's why the voltage is so low. A lot of video noise though. Let's do something about that on the next build. The next build is going to have a pan camera.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It's going to have 2 cameras. Here we come. Nice tight turn. Sounds like it's about to fall apart. Okay.
It still sounds cleaner.
Yeah, it does have that noise though.
Yeah.
20
Whatever that is, it's probably the motor placement or something by the wing. Okay. 3.57. Time to start planning the approach.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Okay.
1. Timer 1
Make a
elapsed.
slight right. We're going to make a big loop wide left turn.
121
Oh dear, way too high. We'll go up this way.
100.
It looks like such a tiny spot that I'm aiming for. Out here. Doesn't help that I'm way high. I'm going to do a circle. Descending circle. If I could get this plane to descend.
I never descend because I keep the throttle up above 70%. And I'm burning 21 amps. And I don't see that.
It's a climber. Oh shit, I'm out of gas. I'm out of gas.
You're out of gas.
I'm out of gas. Out of gas. Gotta come straight in. Come straight in. Coming in.
Oh, there you are. You know where you are and everything?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Disengage. Engines disarmed.
Nice landing.
Thank you.
So that was a really fun, short but fun flight. And that's the way they are with this thing. It burns a lot of battery up. And so I believe that the efficiency of this plane at high throttle isn't that great, as you can see there. That's what I get for my own. I'm a novice plane builder, folks, so this is not I'm glad it flies. Let's put it that way. I'm glad it flies at all, and it seems to do pretty good. My next build will hopefully integrate some changes to the original, more changes to the original flight test design. Thanks for